This one's going to be short, but it's just news. This is the Kings of Rice.
News Ultima.
And this is MGT Cast.
What up?
So, with the advent of, more specifically, IBM Japan in particular, they are working, they're working on a virtual reality experience that is, what the news before it was talking about, Sword Art Online virtual reality. Unfortunately, the alpha test did happen.
Okay.
But they say that it says IBM Japan refers to the project as a virtual reality massive multiplayer online game, VRMMO, but it has not laid out any plans to continue the project past the initial test, nor has it specified if the alpha test will be a precursor to a larger virtual MMO project.
Okay.
So this is actually probably like a week late on our part, but like I couldn't really find a good time to do it. So let's just say, like, when I first heard that, like, oh, it's a, people were being very critical about it, like, oh my god, it's a hoax. Like, the fact that they said there's registrations for an alpha demonstration is a hoax. Nobody went, like, and stuff like that. But then, like, like a day or two later, I was like, you know what? I heard it was a hoax, and I was just like, boop, did a little bit of research, and there actually was a alpha demonstration. There was an alpha test. To be more specific, 99,800 people signed up, but only 208 were chosen. Okay. And then the test took place in Tokyo, March 18th through the 20th. So 7 days ago, it ended. So a week ago. So I mean, they were actually put into a VR experience that that is basically Sword Art Online. So let me just read this here. This comes from Anime News Network, or ANN. This is, those who participated in the demonstration were able to scan their bodies, which were then rendered into as 3D avatars for the demonstration. The users were able to manipulate their in-game avatar using a variety of hardware, including an Oculus Rift, Developer Kit number 2 for head tracking and VR visuals, a Leap Motion, and Or Vision for hand manipulation, a Microsoft Kinect 2 for body movement, and special footwear to detect foot movement. The hardware was labeled Nerve Gear Prototype. Nerve Gear is the name of the virtual reality hardware used by characters in the original Sword Art Online story to interact with the game. So there was an experience. Let's not let everyone get mistaken here. It wasn't fake. There was actually like a thing that actually happened. But like, there are videos like that show people like, using this thing, like this contraption that is like, a variety of hardware, but it doesn't actually show them playing the game. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I didn't see any video of people like of what in-game footage. Yeah, in-game footage. Like there wasn't really any. They say it was, but then like people will say like, oh, there isn't any footage from the game. It must be fake. But I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, the virtual reality thing is coming to us like right now. So I mean, it's I mean, for me, it's unlikely to be fake. I mean, what do you think? Like, the fact that they didn't show much game footage, but people were there. Like, they actually had a test.
Well, I mean, I don't see what they would gather from,
like, hoaxing people.
Yeah, I mean, unless their thought process was, maybe we could get some people hyped up to maybe increase like interest in investing in IBM Japan. I don't know. Like that's the only.
Or you mean platforms? Yeah, like, usable VR platforms.
Yeah, like that's the only thing I can think of.
Or a base system
that they could benefit from.
I mean, not that like it's not that IBM is not a reputable company. It's they're fucking known all over the world. Obviously, IBM Japan. I have IBM out here in America, fucking everywhere. Computer company. Everyone's used an IBM product at least once in their life.
I don't know. My guess is they just weren't recording in-game footage. I guess I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure if you look around, like, hold on, what is this? Let me check this really quick.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think like that just seems like such an elaborate ruse.
Well, let's just say this. Okay, so I just skipped through. I don't know if this will play in the actual fucking like cast, because I didn't mute the video. But there are people, like, they are, like, hooked into these apparatus.
Yeah.
And if you look down at the screens that they have, because obviously they got to have people watching, for the I guess data sake. So on each monitor, there's a screen displaying like what the person is doing.
Okay.
So let me give you a like, this is like a short summary of the thing they were experiencing. Again, from Anime News Network, the beginning of the demonstration placed users in a bizarre environment, or like a shopping environment, a bazaar.
That kind of bizarre.
Yeah, I was like bizarre environment, quote unquote. Basically a market. We'll just beginning the demonstration place users in a market setting, allowing them to test their ability to manipulate the world's objects. Later in the demonstration, users were able to fight the Gleam Eyes, which the Gleam Eyes are from the 74th floor of the game in the original story. So basically, it was like, a team of 4 going into a dungeon. So you're fighting a Gleam Eye. So, yeah, I mean, that's so much work to put in for it to be fake,
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't fake. I guess my guess is they're probably. I'm sure they are developing something.
It's just not
probably part of a test. It's just probably one of those things where they don't want to say much because either one, it might not eventually meet their standards and they have to scrap it, and then they'd have to deal with negative feedback.
Yeah, because
the scrap project, or maybe I don't know, like not like they're trying to hide it, like because it's something bad, but just like, maybe they're just trying to keep potential competitors in the dark.
Yeah, because at the same time, what you say, like, they may scrap the project and leave something up in the air for a later project that seems more viable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, we all, like, if you've seen Sword Art Online, which I believe most people like us have.
Yeah.
I mean, for an avid anime watcher like myself, even for the casual watcher like yourself, you see, Sword Art Online is, something you'd want to experience.
Absolutely.
I mean, just not the whole not going home part. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it just seems like, I want to fully believe that, I'm not saying let's just say, even if it's not Sword Art Online, I'm holding out for something in general. It doesn't have to be SAO. It could, you could build a completely brand new world, and I would be okay with that. So I mean, that's I mean, it's open for interpretation, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if they since we all heard about, like, this test, I mean, initially, like, from like 2 weeks prior to the 2 weeks prior to the actual alpha testing, which I think we did, like, that's where we did the or before the alpha testing, which is, I think that's when we did the I guess you could say, our breaking news cast of the initial news. So I mean, I guess if no news came out of it at all, I'd be a little suspicious, because I mean, that's one thing to hide stuff, but it's another thing to not talk. It's one thing to hide stuff than give news, but then it's another thing to completely say, oh, we did it, period, done, move on. You know, then you can be suspicious. I mean, like, what did they actually do? I mean, they were gracious enough to show the actual, like, I mean, the video's like, you know, less than 10 minutes, but you know, you get an idea what went on behind closed doors during the alpha test.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I will put in a link in the description if. I'm sorry, I pulled that out. I don't know what happened. I will put a link in the description for anyone who wants to see, you know, the article itself and like the video, because there's 2 actual videos. I don't know what this other one was. I think this might be a teaser video for it. So, and then the other one shows the beginning alpha test report by Daisuke.net.
Okay.
So, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, we look forward to something in the future, hopefully. And
yeah, definitely. And I mean, there's plenty of stuff happening this year with VR already.
yeah, I mean,
Oculus 5 and Morpheus.
Yeah.
Or I forget what they called it. Is it still Morpheus?
For which one?
No, it's just PlayStation VR.
Yeah,
right?
PlayStation VR. Yeah, that one's
Okay.
yeah expensive as hell, but well, I mean, the PlayStation
They
VR is going to be the cheapest one.
Yeah. But if you don't have a PlayStation 4, you get PlayStation. So.
But at the same time, even if you already have a PlayStation, just really quick, if you don't have a PlayStation, I mean, if you have a PlayStation, you need the
depends, like,
you need the visor, you
Yeah.
need the eye, and you need the fucking
Oh,
the
that's
move
right.
controllers.
Yeah, that's right. You also need the PlayStation move set as well.
Yeah, which I only have like one of the little fucking ice cream
So
cone things.
basically, whatever your gaming setup is now, if you're a PC gamer, you're probably going to want to get one of the PC ones because you're probably going to be more equipped.
Yeah.
But if you're a PlayStation 4 owner, probably just going to want to roll with the Morpheus or VR. Whatever.
PlayStation VR.
That was a better name. I don't care.
All right. I guess that's it for, it's a nice short one. This is the Kings of Rice.
This is Ultima.
Hold out for it.